To move this along so we're not baking in the sun, I'm going to invite up our valedictorian, Henry Lee, for the valedictorian message.
Hi. Good afternoon, family, friends, and faculty. As you know, we are gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of my peers in SCPA's graduating class of 2017. And because I know you'll probably forget what I've said here in the next 24 hours, I'll try to keep this concise. In these few moments that I have to speak to you, I'd like to reflect on a few points in my life in hopes that at least one person here can take something away from my experiences. Robert F. Kennedy once said, "Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly." Yes, I know that sounds like the cliche of always learning from your mistakes or being told that everyone fails at something at some time in their lives and that you should get up and try again. But this is something I didn't want to believe. For so long, I let my fear of failure dictate nearly all of my actions. But it wasn't always costly. I actually think that most of the time it helped lead me to my personal definition of success. It helped me thrive in school, and it surely helped me make sure I didn't drown under the pressures of life. But when it does demand something from you, it costs a lot, and probably a lot more than it's worth. Because something you can always count on when failing is that you have the opportunity to learn and grow. And that's better than nothing when staying fearful. So I ask you today, please do not fear failing, whatever you may believe failure is, because when you do fall short, you may just emerge a better person than when you were before. Fear of failure also took another form in my life. This happened when I measured myself to larger social definitions of normality. Fear of failure became something more of a fear of displeasing or becoming lesser in the eyes of others, and that took me to a few pretty dark moments. I struggled with some things, but nothing more than this. And I am now more sure of this than anything else in my life. Yes, I am gay, and I don't care what those other people think. I see now that the reason why it's taken me so long to come to grips with this was largely because of social stigmatization that surrounds all of us. So many aspects of our lives are controlled by the society at large and the systems we live in, when they shouldn't be. Going back to what Robert Kennedy said about achieving greatly, I'd like to talk briefly about success because it is something that comes up invariably throughout our lives. We are always being asked how we are doing in school, and we're always being tested for performance. But I believe that the problem with all of these measures of success are that they are all methods for comparing individuals to each other and individuals to a social standard of perfection, especially when we don't all have equal grounds to start on. And of course, they always say nobody's perfect, yet still they expect just that. Let me be the one to tell you to go out and craft your own definition of success, because folks, that is what matters, not the word of anyone else. Don't try to impress everyone in the world when you can't even find your own happiness. Go out and be the person you are and the person you want to be. Go become the best at whatever you're passionate about and love doing, and go love yourself for all your successes and failures. Almost 7 years ago, I came to SCPA in 6th grade, and I did not think my life would be like it is right now. For the many of you who do not know, around the same time, my mother was diagnosed with ALS. This would go on to change the course of my life and my outlook on the world. Unfortunately, my mom isn't here with us today. She passed away just before the start of junior year. I'm telling you this because I learned more than a couple things from this and the events that took place over the years. I ask you all to be honest, open, and truthful with those whom you love and care for. Whether it's those sitting next to you today, someone in the audience, or somewhere else in the world. You should cherish the moments that mean the most to you and let go of the bad ones. And you should always try to talk things out, whatever it may be about, big or small, because you don't know if you will never get the chance to again. SCPA's class of 2017, you are an amazing group of individuals. Although I haven't had the chance to grow close to every one of you, I still feel connected to you all somehow. From winning Spirit Week to a 4-hour bus ride on our way to grad night, you provided a close-knit community of friends and family. The best thing that I think SCPA provides, aside from its artistic and academic programs, is its supportive and inclusive environment that I really do see as a safe space for all of its students. For 7 years, I've come to school here and always felt like I belonged. I've been comfortable with being myself at school, and that's thanks to all of you. I want to give a special thanks to Abby, somewhere back there. You've supported me so much and encouraged me to be bolder and to care a little less. You've listened to me vent about a million different things, and you bought me a lot of ice cream too. Also, shout out to my 6th period I-Hi group. Y'all are the realest. Thank you to all of the teachers that I've had here, from the first teacher that I met, Mrs. Lee, to all of the teachers that taught me this school year. Some of you I've had several years. Miss Babby, Miss Ward, Miss Melville. I first had all of you in 7th grade, and now finally here in senior year. You have all taught me so much, and I can't thank you enough. Miss Berg, thank you for teaching us how to adult, among other things, and for believing in the capabilities of your students. Mr. Coolican, thank you for being one of the most supportive and understanding teachers a student can have. Thank you, Miss Cash, for helping me with just about everything from college apps to life advice. And thank you to every other teacher that I've had here. I will miss you all dearly, and I can't stress enough how much respect and appreciation I have for all of you. Thank you to faculty like Mrs. Hatfield and Ms. Kurtz, who do so much to help their students in whatever ways possible. And Mr. Farson, as already stated, we were your last English class in sophomore year, and I'm still salty that I only had you for 2 months. But thank you for everything that you do for SCPA as its principal. Thank you to my stepfather, Doug, for always being there to support me and my siblings. And thank you to my siblings, Holly, Hillary, and Chris, for helping me get to where I am today and for rooting me on. And of course, thank you to my mother, to whom I attribute all of my accomplishments. Mom, if somehow and somewhere you're listening, I hope that I've made you proud, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've taught me and given me in life. I love you and miss you. And finally, to everyone else here today, in the audience and sitting behind me, please give yourselves a round of applause. Because without you, no one sitting up here now would be where they are. Class of 2017. I have learned so much from watching, learning, and growing with you all. Your achievements are many, so be proud. The world is a scary place, filled with hate-fueled and confused individuals, but I have faith that all of you here today can help shed light onto the darkest corners of the world. As you step beyond those gates today, stay fearless, live and love to the fullest. Stay vigilant and keep using your voice, and please stay safe. Congratulations, my friends, you did it.